Hello everyone, so this video will not be the same as the videos that I usually upload on my channel, which is probably some Osu clips that I did, and I would just like to share my tips on how I usually do my thumbnails, like these ones. So first of all, you'd like to make a new file, preferably the usual 1080p 1920 by 1080p. For the sake of this video, I'll just pick out a simple background from the bitmap passcode array, just a simple background. And to make the thumbnail, you'd like to cut out the character first. Personally, I use pen tool because it's really effective in cutting. The reason why I'm using this background as for today's tutorial is because of how simple the hair is, the character. Because usually the hair of the character are usually way more complicated, which takes way more time to cut out using the pen tool because of the small detailed curves and lines of the hair strands. Yeah, luckily for this one, the hair shape is really simple. It's just round. So after you finish selecting the whole character, you like to make a selection of the character, so we can cut out the character first to make it pop out. But before that, let us duplicate the layer first, so we can use the other layer for other aspects of the thumbnail. And let us rasterize the layer first so we can make the selection of it. So we make a selection, we cut the character, just delete the background at the moment, and here we have the character. It's not the perfect cut, not really clean, but that'll do for now. As for the other background, make another copy, zoom out a bit, and enlarge it in a way that it fills the whole canvas. Usually I would like to have the character on one side, so the other side can be filled with text, so maybe something like this. Okay, after this, let's apply some blur to it, make a depth effect, and we make a copy of the original background again, but this time we flip it horizontal and vertical and make it bigger a bit, and we make a selection tool, just cut out this part and delete. Oh wait, but we have to rasterize the layer again. There we go. This is what it looks like for now. So this, the flip background thing that I did just now was to create a border for the thumbnail, but to make it more noticeable, need to edit some of the layer style. Personally, I added the bevel and emboss, and just tweak it a bit to make it more 3D. And add a outer glow. Do not use pure black though, because the effect is too strong. Maybe for thumbnails like this, for backgrounds like this, just like a dark blue or something to make it look softer. After that, to make it look more vibrant on the outside, we apply color overlay, set the blend mode to overlay, and pick a random color, maybe blue or pink. Just experiment with it. I think this looks good for now. Now we move on to the character that we cut out before. For this one, we just make it slightly bigger than the one in the background, with something like this, and maybe do some color grading by pressing Ctrl B. Tweak it a bit to make it look more colored. I don't know. Just keep messing around with it. And lastly, make a drop shadow. And again, don't use pure black because it's too strong. It's dark blue. And now finally, the text. Usually, the text that I use, the font that I use for this thumbnail is called Lemon Milk. I'll put the download link in the description below. And I usually use pure white to plan out the whole typography first before adding effects and such. So for today's tutorial, let's just make it do something like how I make my thumbnail. Thumbnails. Usually I make all the text in a box shaped form so it looks cleaner. So experiment a bit with the size of each text, each words, and I put emphasis on the main point of the sentence. For this one is the thumbnails, so it's slightly bigger than the top one. Maybe add some more, something like for my YouTube videos. In this case, we make YouTube bigger. Place the same for the videos. It might look a little bit crowded, but yeah, that's what I did usually. And now let us align the text, so it looks clean. I use the ruler tool to help me guide. Guess that'll do for now. Usually what I do is I group them up for the moment. Let us now make the effects for the text. For this case, I'll use the YouTube word. So usually what I do is that I added a gradient overlay, just a simple one. Transition from gray to white. The gray is at the bottom and the white's at the top. And then I added a inner glow, a white inner glow, not too thick, but from the edges to make a contrast, something like that. And that's basically it. You just have to copy a layer style and paste it on each of the text. This is how it looks like for now. Since there's a lot of text and each of them have effects, it will be quite heavy. So copy the group, and usually what I do is I just merge the group, so it's just one still image. It's also easier to adjust it, make it enlarge it, or you can even rotate it. But now, to add more effect, I usually add a noise filter to it to add some texture. Maybe not that much. It's at 7.27% of noise because it's okay, I guess. And for the finishing touch, make a new layer and create a clipping mask over the text layer. And then what you want to do is set the layer type to overlay, and you can just color it. Maybe for this one, how I make I choose purple. It's the fill-in bucket. For thumbnails, I use some kind of dark blue maybe. For maybe just purple again. And YouTube, since it's red, I'll just probably pick red color, maybe darker one. Actually no, lighter one would be better. And lastly, for the videos, maybe just blue again. I just change this one as the same one as the bottom one. Okay. And last but not the least, select the text layer and just add a drop shadow to it to make it look more popped out. Maybe tweak it a bit. Yep. And that is pretty much it for today's video. This is the final result, and you can do much more with other backgrounds though. Usually with the one with the detailed hair will take much longer to make, but the result is probably worth it. So thank you for watching this tutorial, and yeah, see you again later, another video I guess. Bye.